What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're playing another funny version of Golos Tireless Pilgrim. We're playing Mono Red Golos Tireless Pilgrim. I'm doing a whole series, a mono-colored deck for each color. So mono white, mono blue, mono black, mono green, and today is mono red. Golos, I'm sure you're familiar with Golos, but we'll go over him anyway. Golos ETBs, fetches any land out of your deck. We'll go over that in a sec. And then we can pay 2 in Wooburg to exile the top 3 cards of our library, and we can cast them this turn without paying their mana cost. So when we get enough mana, we get 5 mana to play Golos. At ETBs, we can fetch any land out of our decks. We go and we get the World Tree. The World Tree turns all of our lands into lands that tap into 1 mana of any color, granted that we have 6 or more lands, but since Golos costs 5, and usually it lines up where we get the World Tree and automatically it turns on. Now this deck creates a lot of treasures, so it may not line up right away, but treasures also tap for 1 mana of any color, so it kind of works out. But in general, we're going to go get the World Tree unless there's some other reason to get something else. But we can also go get Nykthos, which, since we're 1 color, we'll have a lot of devotion to red, so we can make a ton of red mana. It just gives us options. And then we're going to try to spin that wheel. We're going to try to spin our wheel into Emrakul and Volcanic Salvo and Ulamog, Explosive Singularity, Hit the Mother Lode, Drakuseth, all the best giant dragons and mono red things that this deck has to offer. Essentially, the first half of the deck is all treasures and, removal. Try to get out goals as fast as possible. We are in mono red, so we have a lot of inherent weaknesses. So the best way to win is just to be faster than our opponent, get Golos out fast, start spinning the wheel, outvalue them. We don't have any way to protect Golos in these colors or counter spells. I mean, there's Tip-Bolt's Trickery, but I didn't put in the deck. I just figured let's be very focused on ramping out Golos and then spinning the wheel into giant stuff and let the giant stuff take over the game. So let's see if we can get some wins with this deck. It's been quite a roller coaster of a series so far with the other colors. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. If you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Come on. If you're watching my videos, you must like my videos. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. As I've talked about in the other videos, the issue with this style of deck is that you still are Golos, which is a Hell Q commander, so you're still going to play all the other Hell Q commanders. So there's no pity taken on you because you've neutered yourself and put yourself in a monocolor. The Magic the Gathering Arena Matchmaker does not care. So we have 3 lands here if we include this MDFC. And then we just have like a bunch of giant stuff. This is not good. There's no ramp in this hand. Removal spell. And 2 expensive ramp spells. They get to go first. I think we got to mulligan this too. 3 lands, ramp. Way to cycle. Okay, keep, I guess, because we don't want to go down any further, but this is not great either. Kind of awkward having the World Tree in our hand. Okay, 4th land. Well, at least we have 4 lands. So let's just get our red sources down. They're going to spend, I think, the first couple turns ramping, so we might as well do the same thing. Yep, we're going to remove our ramp piece. Makes sense. Black market, okay. That gives us a chance to maybe win the game because they have to lose life no matter what with this card. And this deck does a lot of damage, so we potentially have a way to get over the hump with Atraxa. It's going to be very difficult, but we can cycle on their turn. Let's Let's pass and see if they play anything we want to kill. So they're just going to do the treasure. Probably smart against mono red. Although they don't know we're mono red. Resolve, so they're going to play Atraxa? That seems like a waste. But, I mean, having a 7/7 on turn 4 is pretty good. With Death Touch and Lifelink. And all these cards in their hand. But they're going to have to discard the hand size. So I guess they pick the best 3? That's what I mean by it seems like a waste. Like, it seems like a weird time to do that. We'll cycle. Get the 1 ring. Scry 1. Oh, I want to keep that, but we don't have the mana for it yet. So what? Next turn we'll have 3 mana. Yeah, no. There's no world in which we can keep that right now. Dwarven Mine. We're missing one mountain. Tap land's killing us. So they're probably ramping into one with the multiverse. Probably going to make Atraxa hexproof to protect it. So we're on a 3-turn clock. This is, well, at least this gives us protection, so. And then what? Next turn, do we Golos? I mean, they probably have removal, right? One with the multiverse, or it has to be one with the multiverse, right? Yep. So now I can play free spells every turn. Although they chose not to here. I in no way think that we're going to win this game. But I'm just playing it out to be a good sport. So they're going to blink Atraxa? Seems pretty good. No, Reclamation Sage. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, our only way back in is through Golos, so we might as well do it. If they have a counter spell here, it's pretty brutal. They don't, or a removal spell is pretty brutal as well. Cool. GG. I guess. Play another game. So yeah, again, we're playing this deck as a meme, right? It is not really competitive. But let's see if we can get some wins. Maybe. This is definitely tough, but maybe. Not great. Not a great hand. Ramp. Yeah, this is what we want. Lands and ramp. And removal. Make a treasure. They're gonna fatal push it? Okay, sure. I'm just laughing because it was a 1/1. I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. Here we go. So we'll let them target it. And then we'll play with fire. There, Lauren. If you're gonna destroy it anyway, then we're gonna fight back. Make a treasure. Oath of Kaya deals 3 damage. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. Land as well. We're getting there. Swing to dust. Now they only have white mana. Never mind. Alchemy card. I'm not even going to read it because don't really care. Let's just Golos. Next turn we can spin it because of the treasure. I think. Or no, we need more land. That's okay. We'll go get the world tree anyway. Or no, maybe because of Cascading Cataracts we can. Fateful Absence, sure. Yeah, take action. Skyclave on the Celestus, okay. Double Striker, that would have been nice before. We can do it again. We can play this. They're out of cards. They only have 5 lands. Yeah. I mean, we gotta make them answer it. They have 1 card in hand. Battlefield. What would be a good card to get? We already have the Plaza. Maybe Crawling Barrens, so we can pump it and attack down Kaya eventually. They're gonna specialize here. I don't know what that does. Mox Amber. Yeah, no blocks against the Double Striker. Ooh, we gonna spin that wheel? Yeah, we gonna spin that wheel. Okay. Well, I mean, we got one thing. They can play Kaya. And exile the Yidaro. Or Golos. Probably Golos.
That's it. You gotta go.
Take action. They don't have a way to activate Golos though, because they don't have 5 color. So all it really does is give them a 1/1 that gets them a land. So not nearly as good for them as it is for us. We also have an 8/8 Trampler, so next. Next.
There must be something we can still do.
So we can do this. Or we can do this. We're very close to dead though. So I think we have to do this to make sure we don't die. So let's set up. Let's do this. And this. Yeah. The 8/8 are ring bearer. What? They have enough mana to cast it again. That's crazy.
The challenge.
So exiling that just gives them a 1/1.
First you, then your ghost.
Okay. Well, we have to kill some stuff. We have a clue. We have Golos, but that doesn't really help us right now. Hit the Mother Lode seems like the best option, but why don't we draw a card? Really risky because we don't have a way to gain life in this deck. Drakuseth attacks, yeah. Sick. Super helpful. I think they can just exile it. Yeah, so we lose. Well, we tried. We tried our best. We were actually a lot closer in that one to winning that game than we were the first one. I think them top decking the land was the nail in the coffin. I mean, they were on 1 card in hand for like 3 turns in a row, so we just got unlucky. I'm tempted to just not even play this game, honestly. In fact, I'm just gonna skip to Fairy. I'm not sitting through that. This deck isn't built to combat that style of play at all. I think even like regular Golos 5-color good stuff, unless it's built in like a control shell, is not a very good matchup against Teferi. I mean, let's be honest, most of the matchups against mono red Golos are not in our favor, but that one's particularly bad. Tergrid, okay. I mean, we'll try it. We'll try it. No ramp. 3 damage. 3 damage plus shock. This kills Tergrid. So I guess we keep. They may play the artifact side of it though, so. And Sushi can be ramped if they kill it. If it dies, I discard. Okay. Yeah, I think we just play the tap land, pass. Signet, Discard effect. Nope. Cool. We'll do it like this. Do it like this. Okay. Put one in their graveyard, I think. Or is it when it dies? Yeah. Pass. They should attack. I mean, I'm not going to block, but okay. Flying Trampler seems good. No attacks. I don't really want to discard a card. I mean, if I did, I guess it would be the pickaxe. Feel free to kill it. I'll take the 3 treasures. Tergrid. Okay. Perfect. So we can do this and have 3 mana. Let's just read the cards, make sure. 3 damage to any target. If a creature was dealt damage to her, exile it. 2 damage to any target. Yeah, okay. So we ramp ourselves. Then we shock. Incendiary Flow. These are the things you have to do in mono red. All attack. We'll create the treasure. It's okay if they block, because we kill one of their things. I know this can be unearthed, but then it goes away permanently. No. We need the ramp. Shoulder. Perfect. Give me those treasures. Okay. We could do this. But we came to Golos. Decline. Take action. It must be so confusing for our opponents. They're like, why are all their lands red? We'll pass. They're probably going to kill Golos. I mean, they're mono black, but it is what it is. They're going to cling. Okay. Bitter Blossom. Okay. Pass. Pass. We'll kill this. Since Tergrid's not on the field, I'd rather discard now if they're going to pay the 1. It also takes up some of their mana so they can't do something else. Resolve. Because if Tergrid was down, they would get the axe. Okay. Yep. We gotta run them out of removal. It's gonna be tough in mono black, but this is the only way. So we can replay this for 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. So I think this still works out, right? And then we turn on the World Tree by doing it this way. Decline. Take action. Looks like they don't have any instant speed anything. Let's get Plaza. You can't protect it this turn, but maybe on a future turn we can use that to protect Golos. Looks like they're gonna play their commander. Yep. And then maybe they have a... Yep, so we discard the Lightning Strike because it's not a permanent. If we discarded Inferno, they would get it. Yep. Okay. Looks like we can spin the wheel. Okay. Not the best, but not the worst. We'll take the free ramp piece. I guess we can... They're out of cards, too. So we just have to keep them from drawing any kind of sacrifice effects, and we're doing okay. Let's get rid of their creature. We don't want to attack. I know they're going to make another one of these every turn. I just don't want them to get like a giant board of fairies. So we'll keep them under control. We have flyers, and we're going to play Inferno next turn, probably, or spin the wheel into another flyer. They can cling to dust and try to draw a card. Oh wow, they exiled all their stuff. Black cat. Discard. Oh. Wait, is it when it dies? Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. We really want to be empty-handed here. Oof. Do we let them through? The ability to get Tergrid off the field is tempting. We could block it with Terror here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they could replay Tergrid next turn. But it's is it any target? To any target. Yeah, no blocks. I thought it was just target player, but Terror of the Peaks is too valuable. Because we can Inferno next turn, deal damage to Tergrid, get it off the battlefield, and do the same thing anyway. Oh. Okay, well. Autopay. So we'll get rid of 2 of your lands. So that you can't recast Tergrid, and then we'll kill Tergrid with the enter the battlefield trigger. Yep. They should definitely block it. They have blockers for days, but they only have 7 mana now, and their commander costs 9. I don't have enough cards in the graveyard for them to transform this. And depending on what they drew... Okay, cool. So we do it like... Do we have enough to do both? No. So let's get a second flyer down. That puts pressure on them. Yep. When it works, it works. So yeah, we were gonna attack with all these. We don't care if Black Cat discards Ox of Agonis. In fact, it helps us because then we can escape it and draw a fresh 3 because we have no hand to discard. So good game, good game. So what I talked about in my last video with the mono green Golos, but what I've found is that if you get to the back half of the deck, like the big spells, it usually works really well. It's just the struggle in Historic Brawl is fighting through the first like 5 turns to get to the place where you can start casting your big stuff, especially in monocolored decks, especially mono red. Like mono red does not ramp very well. They have treasures, but they only so many treasure cards on Arena. So it makes it a little bit difficult. This is pretty meh. Rafine. It could be a Reanimator deck. Esper Reanimator. Mitsushi's good against Rafine. Kind of. Incendiary Flow. What is it? It's a 1/4. Yeah. It's just out of range of all this stuff. I mean, we have the One Ring to draw back into it, but I don't know. We'll keep. It's if we draw the support pieces for this is really good. If we draw like treasure makers, you know, Zorn doubles those treasures. So let's definitely get Cavern of Souls down. Name Scout, because they are in blue. We'll play Command Tower next and keep them off of our scent. They don't know we're mono red yet. Nice, we drew a land. Perfect. This is a sorcery, so... But we have nothing else to do. So I guess we just pass. Very Mastermind. Well, that gives us a target for Incendiary Flow. Attack us for 2. They're gonna pass? Weird. Okay, well. You have a counter? Get it out of your hand. How badly do you want to keep Fairy Mastermind? Not badly enough. Destroy artifact or enchantment. Okay. They could do that to our Irencrag. But they have to put mana into it in order to do that. Sheoldred. Pretty good. Really hard for a red deck to remove. Yeah, One Ring is now awful. So... I think we just gotta do this. We can play Ox as well, so if they attack with Sheoldred, at least we have a way to block. and get treasures. They're gonna attack with the commando? Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take the treasures. Okay, well, I still get the treasures. They just get to keep their creature. Yep. Take the damage. Golos. Go get the world tree. Thankfully, spinning off the top of your deck, since it's exile and not draw, doesn't trigger Sheldred's Claws. I don't want to play this because they can just exile it with the commando. Now they're Esper, so they could have removal. Yep. But, you know, really our only way out of this is to Golos. They're gonna make Sheldred huge, makes sense. And I'm pretty much dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 9, 10. Yep. But we can get rid of Rafine. Which is something. And then we have 2 blockers for Sheldred. Oh, it's Ward 1. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well. What? Wait, what? Battlefield. Oh, enters the battlefield. Oops. Okay. I thought, so, apologies for that self-destruction, but I thought that was only if you escaped Ox of Agonis. I forgot that it's either way. But I think we were dead no matter what anyway. So, honestly, probably just saved ourselves some heartache. Okay, we'll try one more. Decks like this are sorely missing Ugin, which is banned in Historic Brawl. Not baby Ugin, not 6 mana Ugin. I'm talking about 8 mana Ugin. 8 mana Ugin allowed like janky monocolored decks to have a really powerful sweeper / win con. God, I don't want to play Atraxa again. Forgive me. I'm not gonna play this. I'm not mentally there. I'd like to play something different. Matchmaker. Too much Atraxa. Okay. Ashiok. Interesting. We'll try it. Ramp. Big creatures. They get to go first. Yeah, sure, I guess. This allows us to draw some more cards, too. Okay, we draw this every game, but alright, it's not a bad card. It's we can do 3 damage to any target, so if they, you know, minus this ever, we might be able to get rid of it. It's also a good card, and especially in combination with that, so we'll keep. So now, even if they plus this, we can get rid of it. Or that. I think we have to get rid of that. Pass. Yep. Yep. I really didn't want to spend my turn doing this, but it's just too powerful. We can't let Shieldred hang out. We do have flyers, so it's not the end of the world if they get some creatures down, because the nightmares don't fly.
Creeping, thieving progeny.
They also don't want to ultimate this yet because there's nothing in exile. Nothing that they've put in exile. Now if they attack with this, they get stuff in exile off the top of our deck, but okay, lightning bolt. So now they have one thing in exile. I want to build this commander deck. It seems really fun. I own this card in paper. I did a whole like Theros era standard deck with Ashiok and paper. No blocks right now. We're at a high enough life total. We can't. I mean, it was just be chumping anyway. I mean, they could minus and get like tiny value, but it doesn't seem worth it. So do we just big score? We could play another ramp creature. Again, I mean, normally I'd be worried about the ultimate, but right now their ultimate isn't very good. Yeah, because they can't cast their own exiled spells. It's only ones from our exile zone, so they would get like these three. It's not that great. Okay, yeah, sure. I think we'll chump with the Plundering Barbarian this turn, just to save ourselves a little damage. Professor Onyx? Well, I guess we don't have a choice.
The essence of life is inseparable from the
This is a haste creature, so we can kill one of these. They tapped out, which is good. Oh, they exiled our world tree. Womp womp. We have Cascading Cataracts as a backup, so. But if they exile that, then we have no way to activate Golos. Yeah. Auto pay. Nope. Cancel, that's not what I want. I want to attack Onyx.
Fine. I'm taking the day off.
No, they probably have removal. They're in Demir, so. Yep. Uh-huh. Wait. What? What does this say? Creature or planeswalker, right? Okay. They didn't get our cataracts, right? No. Oh, scary. Okay. We're still okay. Opponent is deep in the tank. Mid combat. Okay. If we draw a haste creature, we can... Oh, they're gonna minus. Interesting. Yeah, it's like, it's not really a good Ashiok.
Which haunts you shall never subside.
But, so if we draw a, what's the perfect draw? Not that. If we drew a, burn down the house, it would be perfect. It would wipe everything. But we didn't draw that. We're still at 13 life. They can't bounce our creature next turn. They don't look like they have removal, so do we just Golos and try to outvalue them? Make sure that we hit our Cataracts so that we can activate Golos? I mean, they're already so far ahead. Yep. So we have to get our backup plan, which is the Cataracts. Thankfully, now that it's on the battlefield, I feel like it's safe. Discard a card. Yeah, how about Ox? Okay, we get a poison counter. Huh? What is that doing in your deck? You're not a proliferate deck. We definitely kill Ragavan. We can't let them take spells off the top of our library. So we're going to have to spin the wheel with Golos and just hope that we hit 3 really good spells. Awesome. Well, that takes the pressure off us, though, so that's not the worst thing to have happen. The problem is that Eldest Reborn's about to go off.
Creeping, thieving progeny.
We can replay Golos, but then they're going to get a 6/6, and they can pay to... They can pay... Yep, I know what you're doing. They can pay the 1 red mana to pump it to kill us at 7. I don't think we have a way around that, unfortunately, so we'll just scoop it up. We could have played big score, but I mean, there's nothing in mono red except for like a instant speed damage spell that would have stopped them from doing that. And I don't think I have an instant speed, like low mana 6 damage spell. So, I mean, maybe we would draw like artifact removal. That's possible. We could have destroyed their Celestus, but I'm a little over this deck. So let's do a deck review. Again, you know, we're not really trying to get a ton of wins. We're just sort of playing the meme here. Is this deck good? Absolutely not. But it is fun. And if you're a fan of Big Red, this is a fun way to play Big Red. I will say that, you know, just like all the other colors, you know, having Golos as the commander puts you at a huge disadvantage because you're playing the best commander in Historic Brawl. So you play all the other best commanders in Historic Brawl, but you're playing a neutered version of Golos, right? So just keep that in mind. You're probably not going to win a ton of games, but the games you do win will be really, really funny. There's probably some cards in here that could be swapped out. I think sort of like the mono green build, I think the mono red build, the way you have to approach it is maybe even take out these like low mana curve removal spells like lightning bolt and stuff. It seems sacrilege to do that, but maybe you just throw in as much ramp as possible and try to get Golos out as early as possible. I try to include like Strike It Rich and all the really low mana curve things that make treasures, but there just aren't that many on Arena. So I think I included all the low mana treasure ones, but maybe you need to go even deeper than that and include like every single 2 mana rock, every single 3 mana rock, and you just make sure like this whole 3 and below curve of the deck is all ramp, and that way every hand you have, opening hand you have, has, you know, ramp to get Golos out reasonably fast, and then you can start hitting your big stuff. Because like I said earlier in the video, once you do hit the big stuff, the deck works really, really well. It's just getting to the big stuff that's the challenge, and it seems to be the challenge in all the decks that don't have interaction. So like the mono green deck and the mono red deck both suffered from this. Mono black and mono blue have tons of interaction. They have, you know, creature. Black has creature removal and planeswalker removal. Blue has counter spells and ways to manipulate the battlefield and things like that. So it didn't really struggle to get to that later half of the deck. But mono green and mono red, they don't have a ton of interaction, and their interaction is really small. It's on a small scale. So, you know, green has no interaction, and then red has really poor interaction. So I think for those two colors, you just want to ramp as much as possible if you're going to try to make this strategy work. Anyway, it's a meme. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment down below. What cards would you have included? I tried to get some of the most interesting ones, but of course there's a lot of, you know, wiggle room in this type of build. So let me know what you would have done. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.